Hello, dear students. Welcome to I-Fal. My name is Teacher Nikki, and I am here to have another video lesson with you. So for today's discussion, we are going to talk about another tense of verb that will help you communicate better with other people. So now let's go ahead and discuss about the past perfect tense. Let's go. So for us to better understand the past perfect tense, let's talk about its usage. Now, the past perfect tense is actually used to talk about past actions before another past action. Now, let's have some examples here so we can understand its usage fully. Like, for example, Sarah arrived at the party. Now, this is in the simple past tense. Now, if we want to talk actions that happened before she arrived at the party, then we can use the past perfect tense. Let's see some examples. So let's take a look at some examples for the past perfect tense. Now, when Sarah arrived at the party, Paul had already gone. Now, what does it mean? So when Sarah arrived, the first action or the action before she arrived was Paul had already gone. So when she got there, Paul already left. So that's how we use the past perfect tense. So some more examples for us to fully understand the past perfect tense is, when we arrived home last night, somebody had broken into our house. Sarah didn't want to go to the cinema because she had seen the movie. So to explain the first example, when we arrived home last night, somebody had broken into our house. So it means before they came home, someone already broke into their house. So that was the first action before arriving home. Now the second one, Sarah didn't want to go with them to the cinema just because she already saw the movie. So it means she saw it first. That's why she didn't want to go with them. So that's just as simple as it is. So we have to remember that the past perfect tense talks about the action that happened before a past action. Okay? So for the next part, let's talk about its forms. So the regular or the positive form of the past perfect tense is the subject, had, verb in past participle. Okay, again, subject, had, verb, PP. So with past perfect tense, we don't mind about the subject, regardless if it's plural or singular, we just use the verb had. So subject, had, past participle. Okay? Let's have some example. Paul had gone already. Paul had gone already. Sarah had seen the movie. Sarah had seen the movie. Someone had broken into our house. Someone had broken into our house. So these are just some of the examples of sentences using the positive form of the past perfect tense. Now, of course, we have to talk about the negative form of the past perfect tense. So to form the past perfect tense in negative form, we have the subject and then had not plus the verb in past participle. Again, subject, had not, plus verb past participle. So let's have some examples. They had not cleaned their room. They had not cleaned their room. You hadn't eaten your breakfast. You hadn't eaten your breakfast. She hadn't met her friends. She hadn't met her friends. So the last form that we have to understand about the past perfect tense is the question form. Now it's just very easy. So we have just put had at the beginning. So had, subject, and then your verb in past participle. Okay, one more time. Had, subject, and then past participle. Now here are some examples. Had Paul left already? Had Sarah seen the movies? Had you eaten your breakfast? Now, some of these are just the examples of the question form for the past perfect tense. Now, it's your time to practice all the forms and make your own sentences. Okay? So one of the confusions about the past perfect tense is its connection or comparison with the present perfect tense. Now you have to remember that the present perfect tense is used to talk about any past actions with present connections. Okay? So remember, present perfect tense, past actions with present connections. So it means that there is a present effect or result. Now, for the past perfect tense, we just talk about past actions. So it all existed in the past. So these are the actions that happened before another past action. So let's take a look at some examples here. So some examples for the present perfect tense. The house is dirty. They haven't cleaned it for weeks. So this sentence means before they didn't clean the house up until this time. So it means the present is the house is dirty. Now they hadn't cleaned the house. It was dirty. So now in the past, the house was dirty because before that, they hadn't cleaned it. Okay? So that's how you understand the past perfect tense and the present perfect tense. So keep on practicing for you to know the two sentences and their differences. The past perfect tense is one of the easiest tenses to understand. So I encourage you to practice, learn more about it, and create more sentences using the past perfect tense. And I believe that there are some confusions that you might encounter, but when you try to understand it better, you will not be confused in using this tense. So I think that is just all for our video lesson today. So if you want to understand more about this topic, I encourage you to subscribe to our classes. We have a lot of teachers here that can explain to you this kind of lesson. So please visit our website that I will flash on the next slide. So this is Teacher Nikki. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you again next time. So please keep on studying. Bye.